6. Starry took a shower, if you could call it that.
Sounds like you're saying Stally, but the word is Stanley. Stanley. Stanley took a shower, if you could call it that, ate dinner, if you could call it that, and went to bed, if you could call his smelly and scratchy cot a bed.
It took Starry nearly that long to get used to the cold water.
It sounds like you're saying Stally, but the word is Stanley. Stanley. It took Stanley nearly that long to get used to the cold water.
Slice of white bread to mop up the juice. Starry had never been one to.
You're saying Stally or Stally, but the word is Stanley. Stanley. He ate it all and used his slice of white bread to mop up the juice. Stanley had never been one to leave food on his plate, no matter how it tasted.
At first, Starry didn't know what he meant. They sent you here for a reason. Oh, he realized.
You're saying Stally, but the word is Stanley. Stanley. What did you do? One of the campers asked him. At first, Stanley didn't know what he meant. Stanley. Stanley.
That was funny. Starry wasn't sure about why. Wasn't sure.
I think you're saying the word Stally. Stally. But the word is actually Stanley. Stanley. The other boys thought that was funny. Stanley wasn't sure why. Maybe because their crimes were a lot worse than stealing shoes. Stanley. Stanley.
Asked Squid. Either. Starry answered. They belonged to.
You're saying Stally, but the word is Stanley. Stanley.
Now as Stanley lay on his cot, he thought it was kind of funny.
You're saying Stally, but the word is Stanley. Stanley.
Little kid like Derek could pick on someone as big as Stanley. On the day Stanley was arrested, Derek had taken.
You're saying Stally, but the word is Stanley. Stanley.
He took the shoes and made a call on his radio. It turned out that sneakers had been stolen from a display at the homeless shelter.
You're missing the line. Shortly thereafter, Stanley was arrested.